Okay, so this is the Casio SA-1 that I've circuit bent. There's 4 modifications added, 2 switches and 2 pots. This switch on the left is a kind of distortion switch, which is used in conjunction with this knob, the first knob. Now this has many functions because there's a limit as to how much distortion you can apply to the signal coming through. Anything past that, and you start to get this chaotic effect where the PCM sound set starts to get really kind of mangled. So your piano sounds will start triggering off weird other, brass and drums and stuff like that. So that's quite cool. It's also used as a reset function. So if you end up crashing the SA-1 and no sound's coming out, you just turn that clockwise all the way and then back, and you've reset the keyboard. This second switch is just a general chaos switch, so a quick flick of that, and you turn the SA-1 into, well, whatever it wants to do really. And this knob on the right is a kind of tone control, which also affects the loudness, which is most prominently heard when you use the distortion. So I'm just going to have a play around. By the way, this is connected into a stereo system. So yeah, just kind of generic piano sounds. I'll just turn the stereo up so you can hear this a bit better. So that's your kind of default generic piano kind of thing. Very, if you play it loud enough, you can really hear the kind of PCM effect going on. It can be quite noisy. Again, a lot of that noise is heard in the higher kind of spectrum, so you can use this tone control to filter a lot of it out. So you get some really muffled kind of sound. So if I turn the distortion on, you can kind of hear this. So if you want to turn it on, you just switch to the left. So you can hear that bit of crunch when you play 2 notes. By the way, that's a maximum polyphony on this, so you can't play a 3rd note. So yeah, I've got distortion set to pretty much minimum with this knob. So I set it a bit higher. You can start to hear it come in now. There you go. Sounds really nasty with like thirds and stuff like that. Turn it up a bit more. Starts to get really crunchy. And then you start to get this kind of crackling effect, which is when you know it's on the kind of boundary. I'm not sure if you can hear that very well, but so the best way I can really kind of demo all the chaos features is to hit the demo button, which is a beautiful version of Wham's Wake Me Up Before You Whatever. So that's a distortion knob pretty much set on the boundary. Any further and it goes mad. Turn it back. I just turn the distortion off. Don't have to worry about that. Tone control. Distortion back on. Again, that tone control, you can just set the kind of bite of distortion. Turn that off. Now this second switch is really, really unpredictable. First of all, you need to flick it really fast. So I just usually hold it and just feel the switch and then flick it back into the off position. Off position is up. So again, nothing. It's crashed. So turn that all the way and back again. It's reset. So if I play through that demo again, there you go. So the drums are still there, but you've got really kind of mangled stuff on top. Turn this up a bit. And that's the distortion. Oh, nice. I'll just flick this chaos switch again. Oh, ho. One interesting thing with this is that you'll get these loops quite a lot, and you can leave them going for ages and they won't seem to reset. It just goes on forever. So distortion on. And yeah, we're back to some degree of normality. So let's try that again. There you go. So yeah, that's pretty much a quick run through. Again, this thing is really unpredictable. So I mean, I wouldn't really recommend it if you're looking for one of these instruments to play live. But if you want weird kind of loops, kind of one-shot stuff as well, it does quite well. For in the studio, then it's really good. I'm selling this because I've got an SA-5 and I think an SA-1 that are effectively the same thing, just with a few different features, but the circuitry is pretty much identical, which I'm also bending right now. So yeah, I mean, I've used this thing on quite a few recordings now, and it is really good to just have like a loop from this just going in the background. It adds some nice kind of rhythmic stuff, especially if you start cutting it up, time stretching it. The sounds themselves, actually, I'll play through some of these, because I got to be honest, I mean, with treatment, obviously, because I mean, that's the vibrato flute sound. That's the normal flute, which still has tons of vibrato on it, but yeah, Casio are weird. I mean this thing with a little bit of distortion and tone control as well. You can actually get quite nice melodic stuff coming out of it, which, you know, which again you can use if you feel a bit kind of, well, you want something a bit more unique. It's just generally a bit kind of fun to play around with, really. So yeah, again, sometimes it will just kill whatever's there, that switch. And then sometimes you'll just get weird stuff gurgling out of it. So yeah, I hope that kind of demonstrates it. Yeah, it's really fun, and it's a great little toy to have on your lap and just play around with. Thank you for watching.